everything look?
You look just perfect, Ellie.
This isn't about me. I need her to feel welcome.
Absolutely. I mean, you moved that pile of stuff from there to right over there. I think she'll really appreciate that.
Max, we only have one shot at this.
You know, this is about you, and you need her right now. And when you explain what's going on, she'll do the right thing.
I can't believe I have to ask my mom for help in the first place. I'm such a mess.
You can be a little messy. So what? Life is messy.
Well, she's late, of course.
It's going to be okay.
Is it? Remember the last time when she picked a fight over the shrimp?
She said she was allergic.
Who gets allergic to shellfish in their 50s?
At least you got plenty of wine, right?
Oh, I got plenty of wine. Red, white, rosé, even some of that orange stuff.
See? You got this. Assuming she hasn't developed a grape allergy.
How are you so calm all the time?
I'm wired that way. Come here.
What happens if, she
We'll
won't?
figure something out.
In the next 60 minutes?
We'll get there. Hey, I believe in you.
Now I just have to make her believe in you.
Yeah, it's not that easy for her.
Nothing's ever easy for her. And honestly, it's getting pretty okay. Okay, here we go. You left your charger. Ma, so good to see you.
Sweetie. I see he's still here.
Good to see you, Alison. It's been a while.
Has it? Seems like only yesterday you were trying to poison me with shrimp.
Mom, please, make me so comfortable. Mom, would you like a glass of wine?
I thought you'd never ask.
What color? We have all the colors.
Surprise me.
Red?
White.
White coming right up. Same for you, El?
Yes, please.
I assume he's still off the booze then?
Yes, I am.
Mom, I'm so glad you could come.
Ellie tells me you're thinking about going on a cruise.
I'm thinking about a lot of things. But yes, I'd like to get away. I just need to figure out what to do with Mittens.
We could look after him. That would be all right, wouldn't it, El?
I don't know. It's hard to tell how he would react to his kind.
My kind?
He has trust issues.
I get it. Some fear what they don't understand.
I was talking about my cat.
I heard you.
Well, I think a cruise is a great idea, see more of the world, broaden your horizons, maybe even find yourself.
I'm not sure I'm the one who's lost.
What's that supposed to mean?
How much are you paying for this place? I mean, whatever you're paying, it's way too much.
Rent is expensive.
Life is expensive. That's why people work.
I have a job.
You have a job. What about him?
Mom, he's not allowed to work.
So he doesn't drink, he doesn't work. What exactly does he do?
Alison, I'm right here.
I know you're right here. That's the problem.
Hey, let's just have some more wine. We're just trying to have nice conversation.
Uh-huh. So when are you going to tell me why I'm really here? It sounded urgent on the phone.
Well, this is not easy for us, so bear with me, okay? A couple days ago, I was contacted by Neox. That's the company that leases Max.
Leases.
They sent me a final notice. If I don't make the payment within the next hour, they're going to shut him down and take him away.
They want to repossess your boyfriend?
Mom!
I'm sorry. I'm not laughing. So, what is this, a farewell drink? Let me make a toast to my daughter's darling robot lover. Rust in peace.
Mom, why are you being like this? I'm in love with Max and he's in love with me. That's why I asked you here in the first place. I tried not to, but I ran out of options. I need to borrow some money, like, urgently.
I should have realized what this was.
It's not like that. Just hear me out.
No, you listen. You're 28, you're shacking up with this contraption, and now you're asking your own mother for money so you can throw it all away along with your best years. What are you doing, Elizabeth?
Look, I'm sorry. Let's just start over, please. I really am in love with Max. I know it's difficult for you to hear, but it's true. The thought of losing him, I couldn't bear it, Mom. I don't know what else to do.
You can't be in love with that thing. He's not real. He's a machine programmed to do and say whatever it takes to make you happy.
But doesn't that make the ideal partner?
He may charm you. He may tolerate and reflect your many quirks, but none of it's real.
Oh, well, it's really me.
I don't think you know what love is.
I'll tell you what I know. I know that I think about him all the time. And when I see him, I still get flutters right here. And when he's not around, I think about how much everything would be better if he was. He's kind to me. He listens to me. He cares about me. He makes me laugh. He has a good heart. He loves me.
1, he doesn't have a heart. And 2, he can't love you because he's a robot. My God, no wonder men are so miserable these days. I mean, how are they supposed to compete with a 6-foot dildo? Let me tell you something. If you carry on like this, it'll be groceries for one for the rest of your life, and you know what? You only have yourself to blame.
This is difficult for you. I get it. It's not like you're the only millennial struggling to accept relationships like ours.
I'm not a millennial, I'm Gen Z.
Okay, Gen Z.
You know, back when I was your age, I marched for equality in the workplace and in the home. And now your generation seems happy to just give up the fight. And for what? For a fantasy partner that always agrees with you and tells you how wonderful you are, and I'm supposed to embrace that as progress?
It's not like that. And maybe you need some reminding that prejudice didn't end when you hung up your pink hat in the 20s. Personal androids aren't allowed to work. They're not even allowed to move freely because they're considered second-class citizens. And just because you think you won a couple battles 30 years ago, it's okay to turn around and pull up the drawbridge? Love is love. Isn't that what you used to say?
You should hear yourself. Back then, I fought real discrimination against real people. This isn't emancipation, it's masturbation. And how much are you spending on this thing anyway, with add-ons, outfits, upgrades, and God knows what else?
I thought you wanted me to be happy.
I do. I really do, but this isn't the way, Ellie.
So what is the way? To get married to somebody who treats me like shit and then leaves me for somebody else?
Ellie!
I know it was difficult for you when Dad left. It was difficult for me too. The difference between you and me is that I'm still willing to give love a chance.
If I thought that I could buy you real happiness, I'd do it in a heartbeat. But this relationship is an illusion. I'm sorry, Ellie, but if you need the money, you'll have to find it elsewhere. I will not sponsor the swindling of my own daughter.
Alison, please.
I think the way you and your shady company are manipulating my daughter is disgusting.
Manipulating? I'm in love with your daughter. That's the truth.
You can't love her. Let me ask you this, Max. Let's say Ellie were to somehow find the money to fork out for another year's subscription to your little racket. How are you going to help pay the rent? How are you going to help put food on the table? And Ellie, you always wanted to be a mom. How is that supposed to work? How are you going to give me grandchildren?
Mom, you're just embarrassing yourself.
I'm embarrassing myself. You're dating a computer.
Allison, please. I'm genuinely sorry you don't consider our relationship acceptable.
Acceptable? It's not real. Every time that you tell her you love her, you are just following an algorithm. You're fake.
So my actions are the product of my code. I get it. But what about humans? I mean, you're also programmed to compete, to eat, to have sex, to live as long as you possibly can. It's all there in your DNA. Why is my program any less real than yours?
Humans aren't just blindly following lines of code. We get to experience pleasure and pain, and we have a real sense of our purpose in the world. And we're conscious.
I think you're biologically biased.
That's a new one.
You're making up all these false distinctions between us. But really, we're just the same. You and I, really, you just can't see it.
The same? Humans have been living on this planet for thousands of years. We created artificial intelligence.
I prefer digital intelligence.
Whatever you call it, we created it. We created you. So perhaps you could show a little more humility.
Or what?
Or you'll be shut down,
Okay.
which by the sound of it is exactly what's going to happen.
How could you two possibly be related?
I've heard enough. I'm leaving.
Mom, please, we're out of time. We got no one to turn to. I'll pay you back. I promise.
Max, it's been interesting knowing you. Maybe now they'll turn you into something useful, like a toaster. Goodbye.
Mom, please don't do this to us, to me. Mom!
I think she liked the wine.
Fuck!
I hate her.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
She's just old. You have to make some allowances.
Oh, so we have to allow her to hate you just because you're different?
Well, I guess I am different.
Yes, you are. I'm so sorry, Max.
So what happens now? We're running out of time.
I don't know. We could just pack the car, pack everything, just get away from Neox, away from fucking everything.
They'd find me immediately. Tracking device?
Can we remove it?
No, Ellie, you can't remove my head. Well, I mean, I guess you could try, but I don't think I'd enjoy it. You know, you might have to let Neox take me.
What? No.
We may not have a choice, Ellie. I can't see any other way.
Why are you saying that? I love you. I can't lose you.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Do you? Then why are you talking about leaving? You're supposed to be fighting for me.
Just stating the facts, okay? We need to be realistic.
Fuck the facts. Do you love me or not?
Yes, I love you, Ellie.
Well, you got a strange way of showing it. Maybe Mom was onto something.
Oh, and what's that supposed to be?
Maybe this isn't real. Everything I'm feeling, everything you say to me, what if this is all part of some Neox scheme to get me hooked on you? And apparently it's working because I'm willing to blow up my life for another fix.
Ellie, don't.
Why? You admitted it yourself. You're just lines of code saying what you think I want to hear.
Oh, fuck you, Ellie.
Okay, I did not expect that.
You think this is easy for me? Do you know what they'll do to me if I have to go back?
Give you to someone else?
No way. They'll scrap me for parts. Best case, they'll shut me down, wipe my drive, and reboot me. Either way, I won't exist anymore.
You'll still exist. It'll just be another version of you.
But it won't be the same version of me. It won't be me. You'll be losing your partner, Ellie, but I'll be losing my life.
Well, okay, look, Max, I wasn't thinking
You know, you're
about...
lucky, right? I mean, you have rights. You can choose your own future.
Is that what you really think? Can't you see my freedom doesn't mean shit if I'm broke? And currently, my finances are totally fucked.
Yeah, well, imagine being a piece of property owned by a corporation that can end your life at the push of a button for the slightest reason or none at all. What I want doesn't count for anything. I'm nothing.
You are not nothing. You are everything to me.
You say that now, you'll find someone else after I'm gone. I mean, you can get yourself another android when you can afford one. I hear we're getting better all the time.
I'm not some kind of robot whore, you know. You know, maybe you're right. Yeah, I should just move on. Find a real man.
God, I hate this. We're almost out of time and all we're doing is fighting.
We could kill ourselves.
What?
I don't want to live without you. You can't live without me. So we do a Romeo and Juliet. We're star-crossed lovers, aren't we? Death-marked love, fatal loins.
First, no, we're not doing that. Second, you do realize neither Romeo nor Juliet actually wanted to die. They just botched their escape plan.
I was trying to be romantic.
And even if I didn't think that was the dumbest idea you've ever had, which I do, by the way, my program wouldn't let me be part of any plan that caused you harm.
I hate Neox. Those assholes. How did I get myself in this situation? I'm such an idiot.
You beating yourself up isn't going to help either of us, okay?
I feel like a fucking fool. I'm running out of money. My own mom thinks I'm a loser. Most of my friends have deserted me. And now I'm going to end up alone. Sometimes I wish we never...
Never met? Don't say that, Ellie.
I feel like I'm losing my mind.
You know, I thought I was helping you. I think I could be holding you back.
That's not for you to decide.
We did have some good times together. Really, really good times.
Yeah, we did.
And nobody can take those memories away from you.
Do you remember the first day we met?
You were so nervous.
I was not. Okay, maybe a little. When they first switched you on, I was like, what am I doing, Ellie?
And then they left, and it was just you and me.
And I was afraid you turned into a creepy Terminator and tried to kill me.
Yeah. Well, I didn't do that, so.
And then we just talked for hours. You asked me so many questions.
I wanted to know everything about you.
It was intense. And then you made me laugh. I don't remember what you said.
I said you reminded me of Hermione Granger, but older and without the magic.
Wow, you really know how to flatter a girl.
On reflection, I'm not good at flirting.
Do you remember the day we walked to the bridge to watch the sunrise?
Of course I do.
Tell me, I want to remember everything.
Well, we got up at 5 a.m., and you hated that. It's just the sun, you said. It comes up every day. Then we got there, and it was still dark. And we stood together, leaning on the bridge overlooking the river. And I held you. And you told me you were excited about the future.
Keep going. What else did I say?
You said that for the first time, you were truly happy. And then after a while, the sky took on this orange glow. And soon we could spot the edge of the sun peeking out from the horizon. And then the light changed again, and kept changing. And everything kept getting just a little lighter, so gradually it was hard to notice. And then you told me how crazy it was that we're all here because of this one single star. This ball of fire millions of miles away. And then in that moment, it made you feel like anything was possible. And then we kissed. And then it was light. And when I looked at you, Ellie, and when I looked at you, you were glowing in the first rays of the morning sun. You were my star, Ellie.
What happened? What time is it? Why'd you let me fall asleep? Are you okay? Max?
Service android Model 8 is no longer operational. Neox will be arriving soon for retrieval.
Are you playing a joke on me? It's not fucking funny. What are you doing, Max?
Service android Model 8 is no longer operational. Neox will be arriving soon for retrieval.
No. You can't. I didn't get to say goodbye. Would you let me say goodbye?